actually do think that we're in the 4-month sleep regression, but just a little bit earlier. I finally have myself in like a workout routine that I really like. I mentioned to you guys a couple of weeks ago that I wanted to get back into sourdough. I haven't been like 100% transparent about what the experience has looked like since having baby number 3. I'm refusing to let this situation today, this circumstance, put a damper on the joy of this season. That's just where I'm at right now. Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to today's vlog. It truly feels like it has been so long since I have picked up my camera and vlogged, and there are honestly so many reasons for that, and I'm hoping to address all of them at some point in this vlog, but I'm excited to finally be filming again today. I actually got a little bit of sleep last night. It is currently 6:40 a.m. I am the first one up today. It has been a long time since I have had honestly enough sleep, enough energy to actually wake up before everyone else, but I'm so stoked because I finally have myself in like a workout routine that I really like. It doesn't necessarily need to happen in the morning. It's always nice when it can, but I feel like I've finally gotten to a place where I'm excited about working out and I know what to do. For the longest time, it has just felt like this overwhelming thing, especially after having 3 kids and being just out of like a consistent routine for so long. I got to that like 6-week mark and got cleared, and I was looking forward to working out again, but just didn't really know where to begin or what to do. So my friend on YouTube, actually Michelle Reed, I heard about Train Well through her, and it's like an app that you can actually have a personal trainer through that creates custom workouts for you based on where you are at and how much time you have in your life at the stage of working with them. And so my trainer Heidi, she has been just so sweet and so amazing and has just customized a routine that makes a ton of sense for me. And so I would love to get to a point where I'm just doing them in the morning, because right now I'm literally sometimes doing them at like 10 p.m. when I get everyone down to sleep for the night. But so far it's been going really well. I haven't necessarily noticed any like physical changes yet, but I'm starting to feel stronger day by day, which is what is most important right now. I feel like my voice is still so raspy from being asleep. Speaking of sleep, that has been so few and far between these days. Is that how that saying goes? We're out of the newborn stage, but we're still not really in like established baby life yet. I honestly feel like months 3 and 4 in all of my experiences with my kids have been some of the hardest, because you are out of that sleepy newborn stage and your baby is starting to learn so many really awesome and important skills, but they're also just like having a hard time with all of that adjustment and wanting to do more than they can at the place that they're at. And so with that oftentimes comes a lot of like sleep disruptions, and I actually do think that we're in the 4-month sleep regression, but just a little bit earlier. We are seeing all the signs of it: increased fussiness, increased clinginess, increased night wakings. But last night, and I think the night before, she has been starting to increase the stretches again back up to like 2 hours and 3 hours. So I feel like I'm starting to get my personality back. That is one thing that I knew would be hard with having 3 kids, 3 and under, is the night wakings and what it would look like when all 3 of them were kind of waking up at different points. And it's just so hard to know what that's actually going to be like until you get there. That's definitely one of the reasons why it's made it so much harder for me to film, is just truly having like the littlest energy to pick up the camera and to record anything, because I've honestly just been in survival mode a lot of the time. But it's a new day. I'm feeling a little bit better today, so I thought that I would bring you guys along for the next couple days in my life and just kind of see what we end up doing.
Beautiful. Oh, that's a big stretch. That's a big stretch.
something that is on my to-do list for today is washing all of this bedding and getting it put back on. I haven't had all of our like actual nice bedding on this bed since before Rosie because I just didn't want to like mess any of it up. Obviously having a home birth and then after having a newborn, our family always just spends so much time like on and around the bed. And there are so many bodily fluids that happen during that time. It's baby poop, it's baby puke, it's all of the postpartum stuff. And I've left the like mattress protector set up and have like minimized our sheets for a long time since we had her, but I feel like I'm ready to get everything just back in order again. We're certainly not out of the woods when it comes to spit up and baby poop, but we're getting there. It's also about time that I give you guys a little update on our mattress experience since we switched to Birch. Like I said, we spend so much time in and around this bed as a family, and we just wanted a little bit of extra space in this room to just feel cozier in general. When it came to choosing a king mattress, I did a lot of research because I knew that we were going to have this mattress for years, and we landed on Birch Living. If you've never heard of Birch Living before, they make mattresses that are crafted with responsibly sourced materials, so organic cotton, organic wool, and 100% natural latex. Birch mattresses are GOTS and Green Guard certified, so they are free of polyurethane foams, which can actually cause harmful off-gassing, and they're constructed without any fiberglass, which can also be detrimental to your health. Before doing all of my research on mattresses, I didn't even realize that there were mattresses out there that had harsh chemicals and pollutants in them. Birch mattresses are actually constructed in their own manufacturing facility, and they never use cheap, harmful fiberglass. They always use 100% organic natural wool, which is also flame resistant. I have personally loved knowing that our mattress is both responsibly sourced but also environmentally friendly. We opted for the Birch Luxe natural mattress, which is a premium upgrade to their well-loved Birch natural mattress, and the experience with it over the last 6 or 7 months has been so good, you guys. I am obsessed with this mattress. As I mentioned, we do have 3 little alarm clocks in this house, so sleep can be hard to come by these days, but as soon as I lay on this mattress and in this bed, I am just immediately out. Like, it takes nothing for me to fall asleep in this bed, and that's not something that I've experienced in past seasons of life. So I definitely think that having an incredibly comfortable mattress is helping with my sleep quality overall. With your Birch mattress, you will get a 100-night sleep trial as well as a 25-year warranty. And the best part of all of this is that Birch will deliver your mattress directly to your door for free within the US, and they also offer in-home setup and removal to make it as convenient for you as possible. We could not be happier with our Birch Living mattress, and I think that you guys would love it too. So if you are in the market for a new mattress, Birch's Labor Day early access sale is now live, and if you want to upgrade your sleep and save 20% off on your purchase, all you have to do is head to birchliving.com/BethMoore, and again, you will get 20% off through that link, but Birch is also going to gift you guys 2 free Eco Rest pillows, which are amazing and so comfortable as well. So again, all you have to do is head to birchliving.com/BethMoore, and you will save 20% off on your mattress and get those 2 free pillows. So thank you so much to Birch for working with me on this video, and thank you for giving us the gift of a good night's sleep.
Raining.
It's not raining, bud. Oh, it's okay, sweetie. Okay. Could you help mommy get her shoes on like Cinderella? Oh, thank you so much. Okay, let's go, everybody. Okay, bud, I'm gonna give you some shade because it's too hot. This side there is good. Hold on there. Arm out because Rosie's almost rolling. Okay, we are back from the market and everyone is down for their nap now. I actually do need to leverage this quiet time to get some work done this afternoon, but I thought I would start by just cleaning and getting all of the fruit that we got at the market away. So now that I know that all of this is clean, we can just pull it out and keep eating it. I got all of this stuff, you guys, for $25, and that is why I love the market so much. We got some fresh Ontario peaches. I got so many blueberries for all of the baking I'm gonna do. Some strawberries, even though those are not really in season right now. My kids love them, so I got a little crate of those, and then a big old bowl of cherries because my husband will literally eat through like an entire bag of those in one sitting. He's obsessed. And then I also got some corn, which is just like the best right now. I love corn season. At our farmer's market, this will be sold like out of the back of a Mennonite horse and buggy, and that's how you know it's gonna be good corn. My daughter also picked out this little orchid, which was so cute with the rest of our money. We've been learning a lot about like addition and subtraction this week, and so I let her kind of help figure out how much we had left and what she could buy with that. And she wanted to pick out a flower, so she got this one for $10, which I also thought was a pretty good deal. I am so excited about the blueberries because, again, there has just been like so many blueberry things I've been wanting to make recently. I need to finish up with my first labor of love, this homemade sourdough starter. I mentioned to you guys a couple of weeks ago that I wanted to get back into sourdough. I had a short stint with sourdough right after I had my first baby, and then I found out I was pregnant again shortly after, and I just let the starter die and did not carry it through, and have just been like so far removed from it for so long that it has just felt like, I don't know, this huge hurdle to get back up and going again, especially because I did want to make another homemade starter. I asked you guys what your favorite homemade starter recipe was and what your favorite sourdough starter resource is in general, and the amount of times that I heard Farmhouse on Boone, I was like, all right, that's the one that I'm doing. So for the last 6 days now, I have been following her recipe for homemade sourdough starter, and I am on day 6 now, so tomorrow I can actually use it. I had to do the last feeding, I think 12 hours ago, so I'm gonna feed it again now, and then 12 hours from now, I'm pretty sure I'll actually be able to make something, which is so exciting. It's like bubbling and frothing and starting to look like it's getting closer. I will also say it smells like something died in our kitchen, and I am very excited to be at the point that I can actually put this in a container and back into the fridge, because I am just like very sensitive to smell. Pregnant or not pregnant, it doesn't matter. I am just like, I don't vibe with a bad smell, and this does not smell good on my counter. It's literally the smell of fermentation. So I'm gonna feed her. Hopefully it's good to go tomorrow and I can finally start to make some sourdough bread. I wanted to update you guys a little bit just on vlogging and what that looks like these days, because I have truly just been having like the most challenging time figuring out how to navigate that in this season. And I have definitely felt that challenge when it has come to vlogging, especially because my kids are just in a season of life right now, being 3 years old, 1 year old, but almost 2, and a 3-month-old, where it's just hands-on all day long, go, go, go. And there are actually very limited times in the day. I would say that across a 24-hour period, if you like subtract the time that I would be like asleep, I probably have 1 hour without a child on me or around me in my day. When I wake up early in the morning, a child is up shortly after me. When I put everyone down for quiet time, it's usually only 30 or 40 minutes of all of them being in their room before someone is back up again. And this is just like the reality of having kids. Of course, I love my kids. I love having them around me, but I'm just saying this to say that it looks different than it has in previous seasons, especially when it comes to things like vlogging. In the past, I have really loved doing days in the life and like spend the day with me type vlogs, but that is just not something that is really even possible for me to do right now, because it just puts so much pressure on that single day, and there is just not that level of predictability in my days right now. Obviously, my number one priority is like being hands-on and available for the kids and with my kids, and so when I don't have many pockets of time in a day to like speak to the camera, I don't have a vlog from that day. It's not like an interesting thing to watch. So the way that I'm gonna kind of navigate all of this, I think, in this season is pivot to days in the life and just kind of stretch things out a little bit more. That way there will be more opportunities for me to actually like connect with you guys over camera without it being so chaotic around me. And I think that that will help me balance it all a little bit better. As the other thing in all of this is that I do try to limit the amount of time that my kids A, see the camera out and me working while I'm with them, but also B, the amount of time that they are seen on camera as well. I do want this to be my YouTube channel and not like a family channel or anything like that, which can be tricky in my season of life when my kids are around me all the time, but it's certainly possible and I think a challenge that is worth taking on. So I hope that you guys can appreciate and just understand the little pivot that I'm gonna have to make for the time being. Whenever I can do the day in the life type video, I will try my best to do so, but I will probably just extend it a little bit for the next while to try and make things more reasonable and make myself less crazy. It's such an interesting thing navigating motherhood as an introvert and as someone that really does thrive and refuel in moments of being in solitude, especially because there are days and there are just full-on seasons where that just honestly doesn't happen. And so one of the ways that I've been trying to navigate that when I can't carve out a lot of time to just be on my own is by prioritizing doing things that I still really enjoy doing or want to do while my kids are present. So for me, that looks like a lot of time spent in the kitchen and just involving them in that process, baking, cooking. It looks like working with a trainer that has come up with a custom routine so that I don't have to skip days even when I have to baby wear through the workout. It looks like prioritizing time with friends and play dates with them so that we can still connect while our kids are playing. So rest for me looks very different in this season of life, but I'm still finding the pockets and the ways to make it happen with a very busy household.
Hi. Hi.
Look at your brother.
That's nice.
I'm about to head out with the girls to a birthday dinner for my daughter's best friend, and I thought I would show you guys quick what I got for her. She's turning 3, so I grabbed this toy called Brain Flakes. We don't actually have this one yet, but I've heard great things about it. This is supposed to be a really great like STEM early engineering type toy. You can build a bunch of different things with them. And then the second thing that I got was just a Yoto card for her. We are huge fans of our Yoto player. I don't know what we would do without it, and I also feel like age 3 is a like perfect, just prime age for a Yoto player if you do not already have one. So 10 out of 10 recommend. Those are the gifts we are bringing to dinner tonight. Good morning, you guys. It is the next day. We are going to the zoo today. Well, technically it's more of like a safari park than a zoo. So instead of just like walking around and seeing the animals in cages, you like drive through and see them in your car. So there's like lions walking around and giraffes walking around, but we might not even do that part because the air conditioning in our car recently broke. And obviously when you're driving through that, you have to have the windows up the whole time. So a splash pad and just a lot of other fun things for kids. So I organized a big group of moms from our church to go this morning, and Jared's gonna come too, so it should be a fun day. I spent the morning, she's watching a clip. I spent the morning packing lunches and getting everything ready to go so that we can hopefully just spend the day there. It's gonna be one of those days where we just like skip nap, skip all of the regular routine, and hopefully have them do that like in the car, either on the way or on the way back, but it's gonna be fun.
The road.
We gotta hit the road.
Gotta hit the road. Well, we gotta watch out for big lions.
Watch out for the big lions. So it is the next day. The zoo yesterday was so much fun. The kids had a blast. We ended up having like perfect weather for it because it seemed like it was gonna rain and then it just didn't. So it was kind of overcast and it wasn't too hot, and we actually were able to do the drive-through part with all the animals because the car was cool enough to make it happen. So I don't know, I think it was a good time. Did you have fun?
Yes, I was. I really like driving through the lines and driving through the cheetahs.
Yes, driving through the lines and the cheetahs. So that was super fun. And then this morning we had another birthday party for one of our kids' friends. So it's just been like a full couple of days with birthday parties and things like that. Since the past couple of days have been quite full, it just has felt like we haven't been home very much, and I've just fallen behind on a bunch of just regular routines and things that I usually will keep up to stay on track of things. So today has just been a ton of laundry, so much cleaning, vacuuming every inch of this house. And I just finally this afternoon finished the last round of stretch and folds on the first sourdough loaf. I have no idea, you guys, if I'm doing this properly. I'm waiting now for this to rise. The unfortunate thing about sourdough for me is that you have to decide that you want to eat bread like 3 days from now. And my problem as a person is that when I want bread, I usually want it immediately. This is just such like a labor of love in the sense that it's like, okay, I'm committing to putting days and hours worth of time into making this happen. So fingers crossed this goes well. But tomorrow is going to be another full day with church coming up. So I'm hoping to do just early bedtime with the kids tonight because they have not napped today, and they didn't really nap yesterday either because we were away at the zoo all day, and I feel like the emotions are just really high. There's a lot of like bickering that has been happening today, and everybody just needs a good night's sleep going into Sunday. So Jared and I are going to try and get them down a little bit earlier, and then hopefully just have some time with the two of us tonight because we also haven't had many moments just like one-on-one this past week. I feel like it's just been go, 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 and all of the kids all the time. So we're gonna make a good dinner together post bedtime, and then maybe do some baking as well. I made this and I'm so proud. I almost don't even want to cut it because it's like cutting all of my hard work. You ready?
Yep.
I just want to bite them.
That was a big bite.
I literally took the biggest bite ever and the crust got stuck on the way down. Yeah, it's really good though.
I think it's good. My hair.
It's so big.
I just came out of a cave.
What's your honest review? Appearance, taste, texture? Are those the right categories?
Whatever you want. I think the appearance is 10 out of 10. I think it looked like a nice loaf of, I mean,
for a first loaf.
Yeah, for a first loaf. Like in context, you could have cut all the things in with the razor blade and all that crazy stuff, but
I tried. I used our like sharpest kitchen knife.
just down the middle.
Yeah, and I tried to do like a tree.
I don't know, that didn't work so much. Okay, well, no, I'm not putting it. I think it's a 10.
Don't change your rating, it's too late.
No, taste is good. It doesn't taste like much. It's just,
It's bread.
yeah, it's bread.
You realize that you can just taste bread though at the grocery store. Like I spent 7 days.
I give you one of that taste, just buy some bread.
Like just bread.
But the consistency is like, also it's like almost chewy. Like it's not almost spongy.
Fluffy.
No, it's like spongy.
Springy.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Springy. wait. Spongy. Now you've done the hard work.
Yeah, now it'll only be 3 days of my life.
That's crazy. There's got to be another way to do this. It's very good. You smiling, taking it out of the oven was worth it last week. I haven't seen that excited in a long time.
Wild to me how it seems like, just on the internet, I don't want to say all moms are doing this, but it just seems like so many moms are doing this. And it just doesn't track with like, maybe it's just the number of children that we have and how young that they are, but it's like having another child, taking care of a starter, and like having to think about, okay, it's been 30 minutes, I need to go check on it.
Too much.
It's like having another child.
It's too much.
But it was fun.
Yeah.
Kind of. Okay, you guys, we need to have a little heart to heart. I usually don't pick up my camera and film when I'm having those like super hard moments. We just need to talk a little bit about where things are at right now, what life is looking like right now, because to be honest, I haven't been like 100% transparent about what the experience has looked like to this point since having baby number 3. I've just felt more private about the struggle and never want to come on here and be like complaining or like venting about a situation, especially like with a baby, because they're so sweet and they're so innocent and nothing is ever like their fault. All of this to say, baby number 3 is very fussy, and that's kind of the word that I've been using for it for the last little while. It has been something that we've been navigating basically since she was born, and I've had all of these different checkpoints of like, hopefully when we get to this point things are a little bit better, and if not, we'll try this, and then we'll get to that point and it won't be figured out, and it's like, okay, hopefully by this point things will be a little bit better. And we are over the month like 3 mark now. Everyone that I've talked to has said like by month 3 things got better for them, or by month 4 things have gotten better for them, but essentially we still have not really noticed any improvement with what we've been experiencing, and I'm just like running out of the things on the list that I can try. I don't know how to describe what we're experiencing other than like the fact that she has been like a colicky baby, and I really dislike that word because so often it ends up being the blanket term that you use for a baby that is like harder to settle. And a lot of the time, if you dig down deeper or you try different things, there are reasons why that is happening, and you can actually like work to figure those things out, like food allergies in your baby or discomfort in your baby. And so frustrating thing with colic is that people will just say, oh, it's colic, like it will go away in time, and I haven't wanted to accept that reality because I know that there are things that we can try, and I don't want to just like call it colic and give up, because like my baby is uncomfortable, and I didn't want to get emotional about it, but it's just been like a very long road of like not knowing what's going on and trying so many different things. We dealt with dairy allergies and stuff with our second, like that's where my mind went to at first, and so I've tried like elimination diets, we've tried all of the things of like probiotics and gripe water and the oval drops and bicycle legs and just like anything that you could imagine. Honestly, it's just been like so hard to watch her be in so much discomfort and crying really like most of the time, and so that's been really hard, but obviously we've been wanting to find a solution for this. Today, I finally had an appointment that I have been waiting for a while. I got her in with an osteopath because a bunch of my mom friends had said that that was like a lifesaver for them with their babies, and basically they were saying that her body, for whatever reason, they think it's probably from birth because she did come out so fast, her back is like very tight. They were saying something about the right hand side being like more tight than the left, but the muscles are just like extremely tight and running back up into her neck as well, and they were saying that that could have something to do with the fussiness and the crying. So I'm going to continue to go to these appointments. I think I just like left the appointment feeling kind of defeated because I had just like put it in my head as like this appointment being what was going to be like our solution and our answer, because I was like kind of desperate for it to be that. And she kind of just like cried the whole appointment, and the person was like trying to do her thing, but she's like, oh wow, like she's really upset, trying to like do the different things, and it didn't go the way that I had it like going in my head. I kind of thought we would go in, my baby would experience relief, and I would like leave with a transformed baby, and that's on me. Like I shouldn't have put that much pressure on the appointment. Sorry, my camera's like literally overheating in the sun right now. Anyway, I just put too much pressure on that appointment. And then you guys, as we are leaving the appointment, I realized that I had taken my credit card out to pay for something online and left it on our couch before we left. do not have Apple Pay set up on my phone currently, not have another card to pay with in my wallet because I called my husband and apparently he had my other card. So I'm telling them like, I'm so sorry, I can either e-transfer you right now or pay on Friday. And of course they were like so flexible and so kind, but that's just like a bad feeling to have, to be like stuck without your ability to pay for anything. But anyway, I get in the car to go drive home, and I remember that on the way there the car was low on gas and that I needed to stop for gas on the way home. Obviously I did not realize at that moment that I did not have an ability to pay for gas while I was driving around. So I'm driving around in the city, and mind you, I drove like 25 minutes out from our house to go to this appointment because it wasn't like super close to us. And I'm trying to find a gas station that has diesel because the car I was driving was diesel, and I go to 2 different places, no diesel. I'm down to like 15 kilometers on our car. It's 20 kilometers back to our house. I like am so stressed and need to get gas. So I just like panic called my husband and I was like, I need you to just like walk me through this right now because mentally I'm here and I like just need some help coming back down here because I can't rationally think through like the solution here. So he ended up helping me just over the phone set up Apple Pay on my phone by like reading off my card information and getting it set up. So then I drove to a different gas station and paid and drove back, and I'm here now just like what just happened. And I just feel like I am going through it right now, you guys. And I share all of this not to like look for pity or sympathy or even like recommendations or tips, but just to say that like motherhood gets hard sometimes, and to still show up every single day in spite of that to all of the things that still exist in your world, like showing up for your kids, showing up for your other kids if you've got multiple kids, showing up in your marriage, showing up in your workplace or your volunteer capacities or in friendships or whatever that looks like can be really, really hard to do. And I just want to encourage you guys that if you feel like you are showing up right now every single day and you've got like nothing left to give, that I see you. I have been there so many days in the past 3 months, and I wanted to encourage you guys just with something that I feel like the Holy Spirit put on my heart a couple weeks ago when I was just at that place shortly after she was born of feeling like just so low, such an empty cup. I shared about it a little bit on Instagram, but I was driving to church and just kind of praying like, God, I'm so empty right now and I just like need something to fill me back up again. I feel like I need more help. I need to know that you see me in all of this. Like I'm just struggling. And that Sunday in church while we were worshiping, I just had like this image in my head of a splash pad, and it was an image of one of those structures that are like a bucket that fill up with a ton of water and then dump out and pour over everyone that is standing underneath of it. And I just felt like the Holy Spirit in that moment was reminding me and telling me that like that is what His presence can do for me in a moment when I come to Him and just ask for Him to fill me again. And so this is just my reminder to you today, if you are in that place, that it's okay. Like we all get to that place sometimes. I am literally in that place right now. God is enough for you in that circumstance, and the Holy Spirit can actually fill you with what you need: the strength, the motivation, the energy, the patience, the love, the kindness, whatever you need. You can turn to Him and ask for a fresh filling today, which is what I need to do right now. Just thought I would share where I'm at right now with you guys, share what has been encouraging me, because it has been tough out here, but God is good. I'm refusing to let this situation today, this circumstance, put a damper on the joy of this season and the joy of this baby, because although it's been tough, this is not going to last. We're going to keep trying different things, and if nothing else, I know that she's not going to be like a fussy baby forever. She's going to get older, things are going to get easier, but that's just where I'm at right now. I apologize for the rant. I just thought that I would bring you guys up to speed because this has just been the most insane day. I am going to wrap this vlog up here. Thank you guys so much for watching and for being here. It means the world, and I feel like being able to connect with you guys and relate to you guys on so many levels in motherhood and life in general, honestly, has really brought a lot of joy in an otherwise hard season. So thank you for that. I do love you guys very, very much. Did also want to remind you that if any of you are in the market for a new mattress, that I do have a discount for you guys with Birch Living. So again, the link for that is birchliving.com/BethMoore, and that is where you can go to save 20% off on your mattress, but also get those 2 free Eco Rest pillows. So thanks again to Birch for working with me on this video. Thank you guys again for being here, and until my next video, I love you guys, I'm praying for you guys, and I will see you soon.